the night terror. It began like any other night. I sank into the comfort of my bed, my mind drifting into a deep sleep. But that tranquility shattered as I suddenly found myself awake, yet unable to move. Darkness enveloped me, a suffocating blanket stifling any cry for help. Panic surged through me, my heart racing as I struggled against the invisible bonds holding me down. I cursed my own mind, willing my limbs to obey, but they remained unresponsive. My breaths came in shallow gasps, and the air felt heavy, as if the weight of the world pressed down on my chest. That's when I saw it, a tall, slender figure emerging from the shadows. Its limbs were elongated and grotesque, like twisted branches. The creature moved with an unnatural grace, gliding silently toward me. Its face was featureless, an abyss that seemed to absorb the light around it. I tried to scream, but my voice was trapped inside me, a prisoner of my own terror. The figure stopped at the foot of my bed, tilting its head. I felt its gaze boring into me, a cold presence that sent chills down my spine. My skin prickled as it crawled up the bed, its long fingers trailing over the sheets like tendrils of smoke. Each touch left a cold imprint on my skin, as if it were siphoning my warmth, my very essence. "Don't you want to play?" It taunted, its voice a sickly sweet hiss. The sensation of being watched intensified as it leaned closer, its breath a whisper against my face. "Just relax," it mocked. Time lost all meaning as the creature toyed with me, reveling in my fear. I could see its eyes now, glowing orbs that seemed to reflect my deepest nightmares. It was feeding off my terror, drawing strength from my helplessness. Desperation ignited a flicker of will within me. I focused all my energy on breaking free. With a primal instinct, I managed to move my fingers, then my hands. I willed my body to respond, and finally, I broke free from the paralysis. As I sat up, gasping for breath, the figure loomed at the edge of my vision, waiting. A wave of darkness washed over me, and I knew it hadn't left. I stumbled to the light switch, praying to banish the shadows. When the light flooded the room, I turned, half expecting it to be gone. But there it stood, grinning wider, its hollow eyes filled with anticipation. "Remember," it hissed. "I'll always be here, waiting for the moment you slip back into the darkness." With that, it vanished, leaving me in a cold sweat, heart pounding against my ribcage.